This might be the silliest thing that I've ever been sent. I mean, imagine walking down the street and being able to send any message you like to the person walking behind you. And I mean, literally anything you like. Well, have I got the product for you? Hi all, my name is Davis and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things tech. And today we are going to be looking at one of the most unusual and dare I say coolest or dorkiest, depending on your definition, bags in the world. Luckily, we are a tech channel here and not a fashion one. Well, this is called the Divoom Cyberbag. Yep, we've got the Cybertruck, we've got the Cybervan, we have Cybermen, and now we've got the Cyberbag. And as we can see, it is essentially a backpack with a massive 64 by 64 pixel display on the back of it. Then you can program with an app on your phone. Is this the coolest accessory that you need for the summer? Well, let's find out. So in the past on my channel, I've covered this little contraption over here, which is one of my favorite things that I've got in the house. This is the Divoom Pixel 64, and it is essentially a pixel screen with a 64 by 64 pixel display, and it can show virtually anything. One of my favorite things I have on this is the F1 leaderboard clock face, which updates as the season goes along. And there are many similar ones for other sports as well. And more recently, I've had the logo of my company on loop. This thing is just loads of fun and would make a great addition to any home. And what is also really fun is that there is a whole community who's made art and animations for the screen online, and you can download just about anything for your favorite fandom or community from the app. And since this product has been so much of a success, I'm going to guess that the designers at Divoom were like, okay, so people love the Pixel 64 in their homes, but what about when they're not in their homes? What if they are traveling to work or traveling to the Himalayas? Well, this is what they've done with the Cyberbag. They've taken the display from the Pixel 64 and they've mounted it onto a backpack. And they've created one of the coolest gadgets that I have ever seen. So let's take a look at the bag aspect of it first. And I do have to say, it is a relatively decent one. And so RRP, it is $200 US, but it's currently on sale for $150, and you can save a further 10% with my review code. And I do have to say that the build quality, while it's perhaps not quite as what you would expect for a bag of this price, at least it does feel relatively tough. So the screen is mounted onto a hard plastic structure. It's a little bit like a suitcase material, so it's fairly rigid but pliable at the same time. I imagine it should be quite hard wearing, and that is all attached to what feels like a relatively thick polyester material bag. And the straps on the back here are nice and padded. There's plenty of ventilation going back here as well, and there is a grab handle on the top. And what I do like about this bag is the fact that there are multiple layers to it, so it is pretty versatile. So the main pocket has a dual zip that feels fairly high quality. It's all metal and quite smooth to operate. And inside here we've got, on the top section here, we've got a little zipped compartment where you can put your wallet and things like that. And there is also quite good, there's a laptop sleeve over here to keep it nice and protected and separated from other items that you might put in here. The very bottom of the bag is nice and padded, so your laptop hopefully will be protected as well. There is a mesh zipped section over here where you can pop things like hard drives. And there's another section behind that where we've got the instruction manual, but I'm sure we can pop other things there too. And we have yet another larger zip over here where you can put your, I don't know, your passport or something. And finally, there is a bonus zip pocket back here where you can hide anything that you would want to keep away from thieves. The entire bag weighs just over 1 kilogram, so it's relatively light, and the fabric is water resistant as well, so you can wear the backpack in the rain. But obviously, you probably shouldn't wash it in the washing machine. So that's the boring bit. Let's get to what we are all waiting to hear about, and that is the display. So what I've loved about this is the fact that the screen is powered by a single USB port. The USB cable is just over here, and you can plug it into any USB battery like so. I've just got this 20,000 milliamp unit from Anker, and it can power it for multiple days at a time. And that's what most surprised me about this bag, how efficient it was. I would say that a 10,000 milliamp battery is more than enough to last this an entire day. According to my battery, it uses between 1 to 4 watts, sometimes peaking at 6 watts of power at any one time. So you can work out the math as to what that means for you. So while the Divoom 64 connects to Wi-Fi, the backpack, as you probably will be taking it outside without much Wi-Fi, it runs off Bluetooth. And once you connect it to your phone, you can do a variety of things. So this is the Divoom app. I've just connected it to my phone. And on the first page over here, we can see that we can change our brightness from something very dim all the way up to something that's extremely bright. And I do have to say that it actually is very bright. You'll be able to see this illuminated quite well even on a summer's day. And let's just go through some of the things that you can do with the app. So firstly, if we look over here, we can access the design bit. And this is the fun creative section. This is where you can create your own animations. So let's make a new one, shall we? We can write messages. Let's say, subscribe. And so that's the first frame, and then I can do a second frame to me. And now we can see that we've made a 2-frame, very ghastly animation that probably will give people seizures. But if you don't want to spend the time to make, you know, a 20-frame animation, you can also import videos. So let's import one of my TikTok videos that I've made about unboxing the No Phone, and it can turn this into an animation that can be played on the Divoom. We can see that it turns the video into 92 different frames, and let's give it a play. So it's going to transfer the video over to the bag via Bluetooth. And as we can see, that is my face being projected on a backpack. I'm sure that everyone would love seeing that. But obviously, we can do things like put your company logo on the back. I've also created an animated version of that you can play. I'm sure this will be great for companies and sponsored events. And if you want, you can even put your best friend's face on your backpack and let everyone enjoy the view. So as we can see, you can be very creative indeed. So if you aren't quite as creative as that and would prefer to download other people's designs, what's really good with Divoom is that there's a massive community of people who are quite good at art, and you can download their designs. And there's something for virtually every fandom. So let's say that you are let's say a Harry Potter fan. You can browse through the many animations that people have created. For example, there's this really cute one over here. This one is just a picture. We can save it and, you know, do different things with it. We've got the slideshow of all the characters from the first film. We've got Harry on a hippogriff, which is very fun indeed. We've got this one, which is all of the different houses, and you can sort of see how far this whole thing can go. What I personally find quite amusing is the fact that also you can play some video games on it. So if you want to play some games with your friends, you can enter the gaming mode, and there's a variety of games that you can play. For instance, let's play Snake. So your phone basically gets turned into a Bluetooth controller, and you can use the Divoom Cyberbag as a little bit of a display. So look at that. I mean, can you play video games on any other bag? I did not think so. I think Hermes has a long way to go, clearly, to catch up to the Cyberbag. Let's try another game. What's this? This looks like Breakout or something. Nope, this is completely different. Let's try another game. This one looks like Space Invaders, so let's try that. It's actually really responsive. You wouldn't think that a bag, like a gaming bag, would be responsive, but it's actually not too bad at all. So let's say you are waiting at the airport. So let's say your iPad is out of battery. You're waiting at the lounge with nothing to do. You can play video games on your backpack now. I think that is absolutely fabulous. Let's see what else you can do on it. So this is a fun one. If you want to time something, you've got a stopwatch and everyone can see. You know, just say you're cooking dinner and your clock is broken, you can use your backpack. Countdown, now this is really big. So imagine you are on, let's say, a train and you wanted to count down something while wearing your backpack. Or maybe you're waiting for your plane. Maybe you are on your plane actually and you want to do a timer. Well, you've got this we've got this countdown timer. And for some reason, they chose to put a bomb on it. Now, I can imagine that this is quite inappropriate for a number of environments, a number of situations, but I do find it highly amusing. I mean, imagine sitting down on the plane and someone's got this on their backpack. I think you might be removed from the plane, but I do like the sense of humor from the developers of this bag. And I do find it quite amusing as well. They can't change it to anything else. So use this particular mode with caution. And let's just see what happens when the counter reaches 0. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and wow, everything explodes. Hot. Okay, now it goes back to default. If you are playing maybe ping pong, table tennis with your friends, and you can't keep score, you can turn it into a scoreboard as well. This might be great at, I don't know, school camp or something. That's very fun indeed. Okay, so what other things can you do on your bag? Well, if we go into the second tab over here, we can see that we can go through a variety of clock faces. Which is quite fun indeed. There's not quite as many as you can get with the Wi-Fi enabled devices like the Pixu, but there's still a good variety over here. We can change the color to a solid color if we want. We've also got this anti-mosquito feature, which I'm sure works. This thing induces instant sleep, I'm sure. And let's go to the next bit. Okay, so the cloud channel is probably where your backpack is going to be on most of the time. So it just downloads automatically the most popular designs at the moment, and you can update it however often you want, and it'll give you a cycle of new animations like this cat and this bear all the time. So that is definitely good. I think one of the more unusual use cases will be this next one called Signal, where you can tell people who are walking behind you that yes, you are thinking about turning left or you are going to turn right. Because indicators are obviously something that you would want. Obviously, you could use this while riding a bike, but that would also mean that you are using your phone at the same time while riding a bike. I'm not sure how inducive to safety that is. You can also tell people that, yes, you are going to set off, so don't beep at me. I will go in my own time. You can also tell people to stop. If you've stopped for any odd reason, you can tell people that there's danger with this, or you can say that, yes, hello, I am a nice person, don't shout at me. Or you can say that, yes, I am is this a boy or a girl? I don't know. You are of one gender. And you can say, no, actually, I am of the other gender. You can say, I'm a cool person with sunglasses, or I love you. Don't use this one too willingly. There's this one as well, and there is another heart emoji. So that's lovely. This is very sweet. And of course you can use your custom ones. So these are some of the custom ones I've got. This one will be good on an F1 weekend, I think. Imagine wearing that. Show people you're a real fan. I've got this video game one. This is a fun one of the Jaguar XJ220. You can show that off. This might be good at Goodwood or something. We've got another Jaguar XJ220 clock face, the art thing that someone made. Another F1 one. We've got a Persona 5. And if you want to help support my app, I've uploaded this one as well. It's called Impro. And then you can select your favorites over here and it'll all, you know, it'll cycle through them. Okay, so that's basically what you can do with the Cyberbag. My only real complaint here is the fact that some of the Wi-Fi based clock faces, like my favorite F1 leaderboard face, are not available here. But hopefully they can find a way to implement that through an update. I mean, imagine walking through the F1 paddock with a leaderboard on your back. That would be pretty cool indeed. I can't imagine anything cooler than that. And so, as I've said before, it's been a long time since I've had so much fun out and about with the gadget. The amount of people that stopped me in the street just to say how cool it was unbelievable. It's a great conversation starter and doesn't just bring joy to yourself, but also brings joy to everyone around you. And that's not something that you can say about many gadgets. Now, it's not super affordable at the RRP price of $200, but the current sale price of $150 plus my 10% discount code, that does make it a very sharp price indeed. I think that brings it to around $135. And for what you are getting there, a great backpack that also happens to have a screen, I think that's pretty good value. So if you want to help me out, the link to the bag is in the description. Otherwise, please give me a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Comment what you would do if you had this bag. And until the next video, I hope you had an amazing day, and toodaloo.